General Hospital fans in shock over Charles Mesure's exit as Jack Brennan. General Hospital will reveal that the fans of General Hospital were shaken when the news of Charles Mesure leaving the role of Jack Brennan was announced. Over the past period, Mesure has portrayed Jack Brennan as a mysterious and captivating figure, keeping the audience glued to the screen whenever he appeared. As Brennan's romance with Carly Spencer began to blossom, viewers seemed to heavily invest in the couple and were looking forward to what would happen next. However, the news of Mesure's sudden departure created a major shock, leaving many disappointed and even feeling betrayed. Shortly after the news broke, the General Hospital production team quickly announced that McKenna would take over the role of Jack Brennan. This change sparked much controversy among the fan community. Some felt McKenna was a talented actor deserving of the opportunity, while others strongly opposed, claiming no one could replace the unique style Mesure had brought to Brennan's character. Not only the fans, but even the actors on set are said to have had different reactions to this change. According to a backstage source, Laura Wright, who plays Carly Spencer, expressed surprise and was not entirely pleased with the decision. It is known that she and Mesure had a very good partnership, creating a strong chemistry that the audience loved. When she found out McKenna would replace Mesure, it is said that Laura openly expressed concerns about whether the chemistry between her and the new actor could match the previous one. Many rumors suggest that during a rehearsal of the first romantic scene with McKenna, Laura Wright had some awkward moments and even requested several retakes. A backstage staff member revealed, Laura is very professional, but clearly, she felt a significant difference when not performing alongside Mesure. Everyone could feel the tension in the air. This change also impacted how the show developed the romance between Carly and Brennan. Initially, with Mesure as Brennan, the script was written in a direction where the two characters slowly progressed in their relationship, especially after their passionate first kiss. But when McKenna took over, the writers had to reconsider whether to continue pushing the romance forward. There are rumors that producers are considering rewriting some details, possibly even having Brennan distance himself from Carly to avoid too much comparison between the two actors. On social media, a range of reactions erupted. Some fans called for the producers to bring Charles Mesure back at any cost, while others tried to accept the change and hoped McKenna would have a chance to showcase his performance. One tweet read, "I feel betrayed. Mesure and Laura Wright had amazing chemistry, and now they're replacing him just when things were getting interesting." Another viewer shared, "Give McKenna a chance. I don't think he's bad, maybe it just takes a little time for the audience to warm up to him." Replacing an actor while their character is drawing attention is not uncommon in long-running TV shows, but Brennan's case is especially sensitive due to the romance between him and Carly being at a crucial turning point. Will McKenna win over the audience as Mesure did? Will the writers change the storyline to avoid comparisons between the two versions of Brennan? And most importantly, will Carly Spencer still have a future with Jack Brennan? These questions remain a big mystery, but it's certain that fans won't be able to take their eyes off the upcoming episodes to get answers. Behind the scenes, tensions are higher than ever as Laura Wright is reportedly expressing dissatisfaction with this sudden change. Some backstage sources say that as soon as she heard that Charles Mesure would be replaced, Laura couldn't hide her shock and disappointment. It is said that she had heated debates with some members of the production team about changing actors in the middle of a strong developing storyline. The situation came to a head during a recent filming session when Laura was asked to film a romantic scene with McKenna. According to a backstage staff member, she seemed reluctant from the start and repeatedly asked for script adjustments to avoid overly intimate moments. However, when the actual scene began, the atmosphere on set became extremely tense. After only a few attempts, Laura abruptly stopped, sighed in frustration, and walked off the set. She bluntly stated, "This is not the Jack Brennan I know. We can't just replace a character like switching a jacket." Those present at the time reported that the entire crew was stunned by her strong reaction. Some crew members tried to calm the situation, but it was clear that Laura couldn't hide her disappointment. This opposition quickly reached the producers, forcing them to intervene to ease the conflict. An emergency meeting was held later that day to discuss how to resolve the situation and ensure that Laura would continue working with McKenna without affecting the production schedule. However, with the current tensions, no one can be sure whether this conflict will be resolved soon or drag on. Not only behind the scenes, but on screen, the change also caused mixed reactions from the audience. When Brennan first appeared in an important scene, Carly stood still for a moment before speaking. Her gaze briefly showed confusion, then turned into concern. Her voice dropped as if she was trying to find something familiar but couldn't grasp it. "There's something different about you. I can't explain it, but you're not the same anymore." This moment not only surprised viewers but also became a hot topic on social media. Fans quickly cut, analyzed, and compared Carly's expressions, contrasting them with her previous interactions with Jack Brennan. Some viewers believe this line was a deliberate hint from the writers, acknowledging that the actor change was an unavoidable shock. Contrasting opinions appeared everywhere. A group of loyal Charles Mesure fans expressed strong opposition, stating that McKenna couldn't replicate Brennan's charm and essence. They expressed disappointment that the much-anticipated scene had now become a painful reminder of the change they didn't want. Some Twitter comments read, "Watching Carly confused feels like what we're feeling right now. Brennan is no longer Brennan," or "This scene breaks my heart. Not because of the script, but because I know nothing can replace the old Jack Brennan." On the other hand, there are still those defending Chris McKenna, asserting that he needs time to adjust to the role and shouldn't be harshly judged right from the start. Some viewers believe that Carly's reaction on screen was the best way to reflect the audience's true emotions. Carly realizing the difference helps the audience connect more. "We need to give McKenna a chance before judging." Whether praised or criticized, it's clear that this scene achieved its biggest goal, keeping fans engaged in heated debate. The biggest question still remains, can the new Jack Brennan build a memorable relationship with Carly? And if not, will the writers decide to go in a completely different direction to avoid comparisons with the old version? The answer is still up in the air, but it's certain that the upcoming episodes will be full of arguments and emotions. Furthermore, rumors suggest that producers are considering softening the romantic storyline between Carly and Brennan, instead focusing more on Carly reuniting with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. This has caused concern among many fans, especially those who had hoped for a new direction for Carly, free from her familiar cycle with Sonny. Things became even more complicated when a scene was leaked on social media, in which Sonny confronted Carly in an emotional conversation. His voice was warm but firm, his eyes seemed to carry 1,000 memories. "You know, Carly. No matter how hard you try, your heart will always belong in one place, and that's beside me." Immediately, Carly's gaze wavered, her hand clenched as if trying to control the emotional flood rising within her. Carly's reaction in this scene not only stunned viewers but also sparked a series of debates. Some fans felt moved by the undeniable connection between Carly and Sonny, believing that the couple was destined to be together. "Sonny and Carly are meant for each other. It's time they got back together," one fan tweeted. But at the same time, many expressed disappointment that the show might be returning to its old path, disregarding Carly's fresh development with Brennan. If they ruin the relationship between Carly and Brennan just to bring her back to Sonny, it's a huge step backward. A frustrated viewer commented. A backstage source revealed that the writers are under great pressure from the producers, who believe that Sonny and Carly remain one of the highest-rated couples on General Hospital. There have even been internal meetings to adjust the storyline, which include the possibility of diminishing Brennan's role in Carly's emotional life. One insider shared, "Carly and Brennan's relationship may be kept, but it will no longer be the focus of the story. Instead, the bond between Carly and Sonny will be highlighted more." In this context, Chris McKenna, who just took on the role of Brennan, may face significant challenges in establishing himself. If the writers decide to push Carly back towards Sonny, Brennan's character could be relegated to a secondary storyline or even written off entirely. Will viewers really want to see Carly and Sonny reunite once again? Or will they fight to preserve the new development in Carly's life? It's clear that the upcoming episodes of General Hospital will have many surprises in store for the audience. McKenna, meanwhile, is trying to stay calm amidst the controversy surrounding this change. In a recent interview, he showed understanding of the fans' emotions and openly shared, "I know many people are skeptical, and that's understandable. When a character is loved this much, any change can make viewers feel a sense of loss. But I'm not here to replace Charles Mesure, I'm here to bring a new perspective to Brennan. I just hope fans will give me a chance to prove that Brennan is still a deep and worthwhile character to follow." Although his statement was sincere, it didn't seem to be enough to ease the growing backlash. Social media exploded with comments from Charles Mesure's loyal fans, many of whom declared they couldn't accept a new version of Brennan. One angry fan tweeted, "Why does GH keep ruining everything? We invested in Carly and Brennan, and now they're messing everything up. Our Brennan isn't just a face, it's the style, the voice, the attitude. No one can replace Mesure." A group of fans even launched a #BringBackMesure campaign, with thousands of posts within a few days. Others were skeptical about whether McKenna could recreate Brennan's mysterious allure. "McKenna is a great actor, but I'm not sure he can bring the sharp, dangerous charm that Mesure showed. If they plan to change Brennan completely, why not create a new character instead of trying to replace him?" a fan commented. However, not everyone opposed McKenna. Some viewers believe he deserves a chance and are willing to wait and see how he performs before making a final judgment. One supporter said, "I've seen McKenna in other films, and he's an excellent actor. Let him have time to show his skills before passing judgment. I also love Mesure, but GH always changes its cast, and sometimes those changes bring something great." As McKenna tries to prove himself and stay optimistic, the pressure from the fan community could affect how the show develops Brennan's character in the future. Will the writers adjust the plot to suit audience reactions? And more importantly, can McKenna win over those who doubt him? Only time will tell. As Carly and Brennan's relationship seems to be heading toward a deadlock, a new twist adds even more tension to the story. Josslyn Jax, Eden McCoy, Carly's daughter, accidentally discovers a huge secret about Brennan, one that could change everything. In a dramatic scene, Josslyn bursts into the house, her face filled with panic and determination. She finds Carly sitting on the couch, deep in thought about what's been happening between her and Brennan. Unable to hold back, Josslyn exclaims, "He's not who you think he is, Mom. You have to trust me." Carly immediately furrows her brow, defensiveness clear on her face. She stands up, arms crossed, her voice filled with doubt. "What are you talking about, Joss? How many times have you met Brennan to be so sure of this?" Josslyn shakes her head, her voice full of concern. "I don't need to meet him 100 times to know the truth. I found evidence. Mom, I can't explain everything right now, but I know for sure he's hiding something. I saw him talking to a stranger at the docks, they mentioned a plan I've never heard of. Don't you think that's strange?" Carly sighs, her face showing a mixture of disbelief and worry. "Joss, sometimes you make things up, and this isn't helping us. But, this is serious, I'll need to talk to him."